Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. Happy Friday to you. I hope you all are well and everything is going, I don't know, swimmingly, I guess. I don't know what the word is for today, but yeah, just keep swimming, right? I was listening to Victor Otto this morning. He's a new one that I started listening to. He's got some interesting theories about why the collective is so drained and or tired, energetically tired this week. And I for sure am energetically tired this week. Obviously, you know, the eating right and the getting enough sleep and TV time and so forth, but there's other things too, right? So anyway, check him out. He's got a good channel. He does some breath work online with the community. I believe that's free. I have yet to be able to attend one. The timing of it just isn't conducive to my schedule, but check it out. Anyway, let's get the energies for today. Energies for today. And there go my dogs. Yep. 9 of Wands, overthinking. Feeling like there's a lot going on in your head. I guess this could be energetically drained, right? And it's going to swim around in your head until you write it down. It's just a psychological phenomenon. Once you write it down, your woolly mammoth, your subconscious mind feels like it can let that go because you will remember it. No need for me to hold on to it if you've already written it down. So, yeah, what is that? What are we overthinking or feeling energetically drained about? What is that? I'm not really sure. 6 of Swords, coming out of choppy waters into calmer waters. So it's about to get a little bit easier, right? From an astrological perspective, I'm not really sure. I know we have a full moon coming this weekend, but letting things go, right? Just coming out of the choppy waters. I had kind of a choppy week at work. And then the promise as of Monday will things can go back to normal. And as a Taurus, you know, I don't like change. And when things change and it's sudden and abrupt and it just happens instead of us talking about it and deciding on it, it I don't know. I guess it's a me thing. I don't guess. It absolutely is a me thing. I don't like it. So those choppy waters going back to normal, right? Just going into calmer waters with our thoughts even. To the Knight of Wands and the creativity of understanding that this thing, whatever it may be, is going to be fast, right? So when we talk about the Knight of Wands, it's the passionate, right? Creativity. It could mean travel, but passion and creativity that are coming with the thing, right? So sometimes you have to calm the mind in order for these ideas to come. But when they do, they come in very fast. I like that. What's the last card for today? Last card for today? No? Okay, the Emperor. So that, hi Dakota, it's okay. The Emperor being the respect, right? That father figure, the planning and knowing what to do and when, like having that plan, if you will. I like the Aries reference in here, and I like that he's got the whole world in his hands, right? He's mastering his world. He's not letting the world master him, which can be a little bit of this, right? Letting the world master you. Dakota, stop. Yeah, when these ideas come in fast, and then you know how to plan them out and how to manifest them, right? What's the advice? For today? I don't know why my dogs always play during this reading. It's very weird. Advice is do things a different way. Are you going to do it the way you've always done it, or are you going to do it differently? And then the 6 of Pentacles, again, we've seen that earlier this week. Give your energy where it's needed, not necessarily where it's wanted, right? Balance it. And Victor Otto actually was talking about this today with the, we got 2 6s, interesting. But yeah, Victor Otto was talking about checking with your body throughout the day, checking for those energy leaks and where might we be spending too much energy or not enough energy, or giving too much of ourselves to a situation, like, and we talk about this in IOP too. Like my boss is always telling me, you got to meet people where they're at. I can't put more into your recovery than you're willing to put in yourself. And when I do, it just creates this overthinking, this frustration, this chaos, right? And then nothing good comes from that, other than me wasting energy, right? So pay attention to where you're putting your energy, and then decide if you're going to make a left, a right, or do something completely different, right? Are we going to do it the way it's always been done, or are we going to do it differently? What you don't see coming is a little bit of heartbreak, grief, sense of loss. Doesn't have to be as profound as a death in the family, but it does represent some level of loss. And sometimes when we've evolved in our spiritual journey, we have to give ourselves time to grieve the old person that we were, the person that was, the person that got us to the point where we could evolve, and we have to grieve that version of ourselves. So it could be just that, like the evolution of what we're doing and doing things a different way, and maintaining our energy levels and so forth. This is a new version of us. We haven't often done that in the past. So the person that we were that didn't do those things, we have to let that person go, right? We have to let that person go and grieve that person and thank that person, right? Be gratitude, be grateful for the lessons and the journey and the keeping us alive long enough to get to where we can evolve, right? Let's get this might help card. This might help. What might help us today? What's going to help us today? What's going to help us today? These cards just don't like to jump. I think because they're small. There we go. We got a couple. So we got the shackles. I feel like that's the devil. Yep, number 15 card is the devil. And then we also got this ill-gotten swords. I don't know. That's the 5 of swords. So 5 of swords and the shackles, the devil. So what are you hanging on to, not letting go of, that you maybe need to let go of, right? Because you can take those shackles off anytime you want. That is a self-imposed limitation of swords. And the 5 of swords, the ill-gotten swords, is I'm hurting myself with my thoughts, right? That chaos and confusion of hurting yourself. I'm going to actually look it up. 5, the ill-gotten swords. In the 5 of swords, we do not applaud the victor. They are a heel. Winning without honor, perhaps, even though cheating. Winning without honor, perhaps, even though cheating and deception. If you have been hurt by someone like this, you may wish for vengeance. Perhaps you'd like to make us feel as bad as you do, but what will revenge really accomplish, other than increasing the net total of hurt in the world? That's an interesting point. The ill-gotten swords remind us that getting even rarely teaches anyone a lesson or improves the situation, and most often leads to a cycle of reciprocal attacks that is hard to break. It is extremely difficult, but often the best thing to do is accept how things are and allow yourself to move on. When appropriate, look to systems of transformative justice that seek to address problems to lessen future violence. So the ill-gotten sword lands where it urges us to seek emotional, healthy ways to deal with our grief and hurt and anger. What responses actually help the situation, and what responses only add to the harm. So this actually, it's interesting, because my daughter's been going through this thing with my grandson and the bullying and so forth. And my question always was, are you helping or are you harming more? So maybe sitting back and deciding, am I part of the problem, right? Am I part of the problem? So maybe not. I don't know. But if for some reason hanging on to that resentment or that anger or that negative energy and then returning it is only going to keep the tennis ball in the game, if you will. But at some point, somebody has to just accept it, set the ball down and move on. Right? I'm going to leave it there, you guys. Take care. We'll chat tomorrow.